All right, we're back out at the track with Highline Motorsports and Round Lake Auto at New York Safety Track. Got the plow truck that we redid for my dad. We got the Banana. Let's see how she does. Today we're running, I'm gonna try out these Nitto NT01s to see how they do, as well as we're gonna see how this gurney flap actually performs from RBD Racing. One of the things I love about track days is it brings different types of car people together from all different types of makes and models and communities. It's awesome. It really doesn't matter what kind of car you drive. If you have some decent brake pads, some decent tires, and nice fresh brake fluid, you can race your car, no questions asked. Track racing is the great equalizer. You can have an FRS be as fast as a G82 M4 just because it's the driver, not the car. And that really reduces all the egos. So there's no egos in the pits. Everybody is there to help each other out and to become a better driver. There's always good, healthy competition, but there's not a lot of egos like you'd see in some other places. And that's what really brings everybody together. People helping other people out and that want to become a better driver, offering tips or ride-alongs. It's a great, great experience. Plus, the pits of a track day have some of the coolest and most well-prepared cars around, so it's always like a car show all in itself. Before the drivers' meeting, they have tech inspection and everybody tightens down their lug nuts and makes sure that they have the proper tire pressure in their cars before they head out for the first session after the drivers' meeting. You don't have to have a big truck and a trailer to drive your car out. There's tons of times where I've just driven the Corvette out and back all in one shot, no truck. But it is easier because you can pack extra equipment, tools, fuel, tires if you have a truck and a trailer, for sure. But this is my first track day with these new tires and in the new engine, so I definitely drove the truck and the trailer out. All right, let's warm up those tires and get out on track. After that session, I let the car cool down and jumped in Kamal's E46 M3 to ride along for some laps. And I ended up a half second slower than my personal best of 138.4. I'm not sure if it was because it was really hot out and my tires were getting a little greasy, or maybe it's been over a year since I've driven the car on track and I'm just not used to doing it anymore like I used to. So I have to really kind of get back and be comfortable and really pushing the car as far as I did. But I can't definitively say that the wing was the reason I was slower. I think it was a number of different factors, but I was a solid mile an hour slower on the main straight. It could be because I'm not coming out of turn 18 as hot, but it also could be because the wing is working. I can't imagine that wing on the back doesn't have some amount of downforce that helps me come around turns. I did have a lot of confidence coming around turns, and the back of the car never kicked out on me. So I do feel like I have a little bit more confidence with the car, with the wing on the back. But time will tell if it actually does make me faster. I do think I need to get some more laps in with the car. I'll put a link to their Facebook page in the description below, because they still make this wing if you want to get one, but they make them to order. They don't actually stock them. So if you want one, you have to reach out to them and they will custom order and make you one. I do think it's a good middle ground between not having any aerodynamics at all and having a full-on front and rear aerodynamics kit from like 9 Lives Racing, because I don't know if I could have that big aero kit on this car without a dry sump. I really would like to get a dry sump before I do that. And if you're like me and you want a little extra downforce, but you can't have all of the downforce, this is a great option. So I'm really glad that I was able to get one on the car and try it out for you guys. I do think maybe adding some canards in the front and getting more comfortable with having that confidence that I can come out of the turns harder on the throttle without it kicking out will help me and ultimately make me faster. But it's all about seat time, and I didn't even get a ton of sessions in on this day, so I got to come back and just do it again. Do you want to look cool and support your favorite YouTube channel that nobody knows about? Check out lobusfilms.com. I have a bunch of different merchandise on there, from hats, t-shirts, mugs, you name it, as well as some tools and car parts that I know work well and that isn't junk because I've tried it myself. So make sure you check out lobusfilms.com. All right, so we made it there with the truck and the trailer. Drove all day, no leaks, ran pretty good. Didn't make my personal best within a half second of it. Got to do some adjustments maybe with the alignment and the wing. Maybe get another tune now that it's got the different engine, but she made it. There are still 2 more track days this season with Highline Motorsports and Round Lake Auto on August 29th and September 26th. So make sure you sign up and come out and race with us. It is a blast. We have fun for 8 hours straight of just racing and hanging out. So make sure you sign up for it. Drove it like hell on Friday and cruise around town with the target top off on Saturday. Man, I missed this car so much. I love it so much. It's going to take some more track time to really see if the wing definitively helps me or not. I may need to get some canards in the front to, balance out the downforce with the front and in the back. But I'm definitely going to do more track days, so you guys are going to see more of that. So make sure you guys stick around and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all of my uploads. If you can't wait until next week's video, make sure to check out these videos that I already have ready to go.